welcome back to My Life on a Budget. This is a very special episode because it is my first victory. Sorry, I'm being distracted by a cute kitty down here. But this is our first snowflake that we are going to be throwing. If you follow Dave Ramsey, you know that he has the snowball system. So you pay off your smallest loan first, and then the minimum payment for that becomes your snowball. And you apply it to the next payment loan that you have, and so on and so forth. And so your snowball is going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. Well, every month you might have a little bit extra that you can apply to that payment or wherever you're at. If you're on baby step 3 where you're building up your fully funded emergency fund of 3 to 6 months, you might have a little bit extra that you can stock away. Well, for May's car payment, we will have a little bit of money that we're going to be pulling out of a fund. We have put some extra into our emergency fund because I had applied for a new position, and we thought that we might be moving and we would need that extra money to move. I didn't get the position, so we're not going to be needing that money anymore, so we're going to put that towards our debt. We had some bonus checks that we both got, and then we also had a little bit back from taxes that we are going to be applying to our debt snowball. And we're calling that our snowflake. So all the extra money that we put towards that's unique and different every month is our snowflakes. And this month, with our normal minimum payment plus our snowflake, we will be putting the total of 6.5 payments down on the car in 1 month. That's over half a year worth of payments just gone. It's a little scary for me to think about that because in this little envelope right here is our check for 6.5 months of payments. That's a lot of money. It is a lot of money, you guys. This is the biggest check I have ever written. Biggest check ever. And to think that I'm going to be putting a label on here, a stamp, and posting it off into the postal system and it's out of my hands, and it's a little scary to me. That's a lot of money to be handing over. It is about 1/5 of what we still owe. Yeah. Well, closer to 1/4, I guess. Between 1/4 and 1/5 of what we still owe. But we are hoping to be able to have the car paid off by the end of September. So in September we will make our last payment to the car, and then we are really hoping we can stretch our funds and be able to make it that in December is our last payment to the credit card. So between when we started, which was mid-March, and the end of the year, it would be about 9 months, and we'll have paid off the car and the credit card. That is like our really pinching every penny goal. We may not make it, which is okay. Our secondary goal is to have the car and credit card both paid off by February of next year. So that's our, we can definitely, I think, do that goal. Yeah, that's where we are at right now in our baby steps and in just taking one day at a time. Something else that we are doing right now is we have decided to start making payments on our student loans twice a month when we get paid, instead of just doing it once a month, because both of our loans accrue interest daily, not monthly or weekly or however some of those loans do it. So we figured that by making payments bi-weekly when we get our paychecks, and we we're already setting that money aside for those payments. We might as well just make that payment, and that way we are paying less on interest and hopefully being able to pay down more on the principal, which will allow us to pay off those loans faster. Faster is always better in my opinion. So that is what we're trying. We'll see how it goes and how well we keep up with it. I'm really hoping it goes well and we can start seeing progress in all of this shortly. How do you guys do it? If you have student loans, does it make sense to pay it down bi-weekly? I mean, we go online and we make our payments online anyways, and we're going to be setting aside the money, so I figured it takes an extra maybe 2 or 3 minutes at the most to make an extra payment a month. Does it make sense? Do you think it's going overboard? Are we trying to do too much? What are your guys' opinions on that? How do you do it? How do you guys work it so that you pay the least amount possible on your interest? Because nobody likes paying interest. I understand why we have to have it, otherwise nobody would have loans, which I guess would probably be the better option to begin with, but that's a whole nother video. Anyways, leave your questions, comments, concerns, advice, anything you want down in the comments below. Feel free to subscribe, give this a thumbs up if you like it, if you're happy that we're making such a big payment. And how did you guys feel when you made your first Snowflake payment? I'm really interested to know. Were you scared? Were you nervous? Were you anxious? Let me know. And thank you for watching My Life on a Budget.